Hello everyone, and we are going to study today the chapter 9 of English literature, that is Attila by R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan is a very famous Indian writer. His full name is a very long name since he was South Indian. His name is Rasipuram Krishna Swami Iyer Narayan Swami. Well, such a long name, Narayan Swami. Shortly, that we know about, that is R.K. Narayan. Okay, and he was the author who belongs to South, as the name is clear, as the name indicates. He is a very famous author, writer in English, Indian author, and that's in English literature. And if you have not seen Malgudi Days, this was one of the serial in 80s, perhaps 80s based serial. This serial was very popular when we were kids, and there is a good novel for if you want to read. Go through this novel. This is the collection of short story about a young boy whose mischief and interesting way of making excuses made this whole Malgudi is a very popular one. Let's read the story, what this story is all about. Pre-reading task. The 5 sets of figure given below are actually some words with are considered to be the qualities of good watchdog. Write the letters corresponding to the figure and then unjumble them as done in set 1. This is example. Now let's do it. What is this? 8 stand for just let me see what is there. We have to see the number and we have to write according to the number which number indicates what letter. Okay, now this is 840 80 CAIGK, and if we will unjumble, it will be ATTACKING, attacking, and this is OCDL, this stands for cold, and another is RSOGT, and this is strong. Next is this is GGASSERESI, so it makes it aggressive. Aggressive means who is very reactive. The person who is very reactive, who reacts very fast or gets angry, excited. Okay, so let's see the story. Have you ever seen a watchdog which behaves exactly opposite to the above given qualities? Now, these are the qualities of the dog: hostile, attacking, cold, strong, and aggressive. So what qualities a watchdog should have? Now let's see the story. This is an interesting story. Let's enjoy it. In a mood of optimism. Optimism means believe that good things will happen. Yeah? Staying very positive. When you are very positive, like you are very positive about the school reopening and you will be attending the school, and you are very happy for that. Okay, in a mood of optimism, they named their dog Attila. Attila, uh, what they wanted of a dog was strength and fight. The immediate reason for buying him was a series of housebreaking. Means there was housebreakings, means the thieves were entering the house and taking away the valuables. Housebreaking and theft in the neighborhoods, and our household decided to put, this is verb, to put again this verb, more trust in a dog than in police. If I will ask what is police, this is common noun. The puppy, the dog's baby is puppy. Okay, the baby of a dog is called puppy. The puppy was only a couple of months old, and they were sure in 6 months he would be something to be feared and respected. They were just thinking that when the this small puppy will grow, it will become a dog which by which people will scared of, and they will respect him. Now what is the next? But but time passed. Attila showed a love of humanity. What do you mean by human? The meaning of humanity is who is very loving towards human, who is sympathetic, generous, compassionate, and a gentle behavior. That was something unexpected, which was not expected. That was not expected. He stood up, past tense of stand is stood up, 20 inches high, and had a large frame, but was not what is this? But was not all. A variety of people entered the gates of the house every day: postmen, bill collectors, vendors, and friends. And instead, the dog barked. Instead, they expected the dog would bark at them. But what happened? Since dog has developed the quality of humanities, he was of a gentle behavior. All of them who postman, bill collector, whoever came to their house, all of them were warmly received by Attila. They only had to stop and smile, and Attila would melt. Melt means he would give away. Melt means that he becomes subdued, means mild. He becomes more of gentle towards them, and become best of friends. The people at home did not like this attitude. Of course, the dog was brought to protect the house, and he was welcoming everybody. So the people at home did not like the attitude very much. They thought it's rather a shame. Somebody comes and steals the flowers in the garden, and Attila won't do anything about it, complained the mother. Since mother didn't like Attila, because Attila was of no use, so mother used to complain about what the fact was actually. So he has a better business to do than Then catch flower thieves, replied the youngest one. Now, mother is not supporting Attila at home, while youngest boy is fond of Attila, so he is saying that he has better business to do than catch flower thieves. He is defending Attila, that Attila has better work, other business. Okay, always the defender of dog. Well, what is that better business? It doesn't sleep all night. Mother, I have often seen him going around the house and watching all night. Now this young boy is supporting and defending Attila, that he is awake all night, and he is it means he is looking after the house, he is doing his duty, he is taking care of the house, and he is watching all night. Oh really? I am quite alarmed to hear that, said the mother. Please lock him up in a room at night, otherwise he may call a burglar and show him around. Mother is quite alarmed because since he always welcomed everybody, so mother was alarmed that if any thieves enter, if a burglar, what is burglar? Burglar is a thief who enters the house. It's a basically thief. It means thief. Okay, so burglar broke house and take away the valuables. The profession of burglar is theft. Okay, stealing away the things. So the mother is very much alarmed now. Let's see what happens next. He is the most noiseless He is the most noiseless dog I have ever seen in my life, said the father. Even father is not supporting the dog. The youngest boy at home did not like this, but the dog justified its criticism that very night. Now, what is this? What is justified? Justified means whatever his mother and father were saying about the dog, that he is of no use, he justified it. Means that actually he was of no use. And criticism है good or bad opinion. Means um, young boys father and mother do not have a good opinion about the dog, whereas the boy liked Attila, so he was having good opinion. But here, that very night only, the dog justified its criticism. Now, what happened that night? How did he justify it? Now, Ranga, a thief, lived in a hut 3 miles from the town. At night, he visited the town and broke into house to steal valuables. That night, Ranga broke into Attila's house. He searched all the trunks and almirah. He was as the work of thief is to steal things. Now he searched all Armilla trunks and everything in the house and made a neat bundle of all jewelry and valuable he could pick. Means a burglar entered the house and he stole away all the things. Now what happened when he was ready to leave? What happened? Let's see. What is there? He was about to leave, about to go out when he saw Attila standing in front and looking at him. Now, what do you think? If you see a dog at anyone's place, what you will do if the dog is not knowing and knowing you, he is stranger to you. So what you will expect? You will expect that the dog will bark and raise alarm. Same was happening with Ranga when he saw Ranga there. When Ranga saw Achila standing there, now he was very much sure that he will be caught. But what happens now? See here. Ranga thought that his end has come. He expected the dog to bark, but to his surprise, Attila did not bark. He waited for a moment and then licked Ranga's hand and rolled his eyes. Ranga whispered, I hope you aren't going to bark. See the irony. Instead of barking, this Attila was showing all love and affection to Ranga, who was stealing away all the valuables from the house. And Ranga said, I hope you are not going to bark. And the dog cannot speak, but his eyes were saying that, don't worry, I am not that sort. The dog tried to say, the burglar stroked his hair. It means he patted his head in to show affection, to reciprocate. Now see what is next. This is Ranga, and this small dog is showing all affection. He opened the gate and went out. To his surprise, the dog followed him. Attila's greatest ambition in life was to wander in the streets freely. Since he was always at home and he wanted to roam around, So this time he got the company of Ranga and he went out. Now he had a good opportunity. Opportunity means chance to fulfill his greatest desire. Desire means wish. Attila liked Ranga so much that he wouldn't leave him alone. He was very fond. He became very fond. Who became very fond? Attila became very fond of Ranga. Even for a moment, this sort of companionship, this sort of friendship got Ranga on nerves. Now imagine all the time someone is following you. Uh, People will not like if someone keeps on roaming around with someone. So okay, so this sort of companionship got on Ranga's nerves. He requested the dog to leave him, but the dog, unmoved, sat before him with his eyes glued to him. Glued means continuously, means totally fixed on. His eyes was always fixed on Ranga so that Ranga wouldn't leave him. Meanwhile, in the bungalow, Attila's disappearance created a sensation. What do you mean by so sensation means sense. Sense. The word sensation has come from the root word is sense. So sensation means something very exciting or interesting. People at the house were discussing this topic only. Didn't I tell you, said the mother, to lock him up? Now some burglar has gone away with him. What a shame. We can hardly tell this to anybody. Now it was a shameful. The dog was supposed to protect the house, watch the house, and instead of this, the all the valuables was stolen, and the dog too has disappeared. So this has brought shame to the family, and the mother, since mother was was not very fond of Attila, so she is very angry. Now let's see what is next. I think we should, after all, thank that thief for taking away that dog, said the father. He may keep the jewels as a reward for taking him away. Now, father too was not very fond of Attila. He said, the it's good. It's good that Attila has gone, and even the thief has stolen all the valuables. He can keep the valuables as reward for taking Attila away from the house, because Attila was of no use. A week after the disappearance of Attila, disappearance means vanishing, he was not seen anywhere. A week after the disappearance of Attila, the eldest son of the family was strolling. Now see, it's bold, it's given in bold. The meaning of strolling is, just see here, walking in a slow way. Walking in a slow way. In the lanes of, strolling in the lanes of galiyon mein, of the city, there he saw Attila trotting. Now see, behind Ranga on the road. Now what is the meaning of trotting? Now see here, trotting, running fairly fast, taking small quick step. Okay, where is that? Behind Ranga on the road. Hey, shouted the young man, at which Ranga turned and thought that the man was shouting at him. Now there was misunderstanding. The young man shouted for Attila, but since the guilty conscience is always suspicious, chor ki dadi mein tinka. So guilty conscience, since Ranga was guilty conscious, he was thief, he has stolen away the things. So he thought that the man was shouting at him and broke into a run. Attila, who knew, now see the misunderstanding again here. Attila, who knew that Ranga wanted to desert him. Desert him means to leave him, to disown him, ran after him. He did not want to lose his friend's company at any cost. Now Ranga is so fond of, no, this Attila is so fond of Ranga that he did not want to leave friend's company. So as a result, he ran so fast that he overtook Ranga and blocked his way. Ranga stumbled over him and fell. Stumble means he stumbled, rolled over him. Stumble over. Stumble over is an idiom which means to all fall as a result of uh, bumping into someone or something. Okay, stumbled over him and fell. As he rolled on the ground, a piece of jewelry flew from his hand. Now he is being caught. Piece of jewelry flew from his hand, which he was going to sell. The young man recognized. Recognized means he identified. Recognized means identified the jewels and pounced on Ranga. Pounced means to jump or to block someone's way or attack suddenly on Ranga and sat down on him. A crowd collected and the police appeared on the scene. Attila was the hero of the day. Even the lady of the house softened towards him. Whatever one might say of Attila, one has to admit that he is very cunning detective. He is too deep for words. He is very cunning detective. He is too deep for words. Means the words cannot define the characteristic of Attila. That what it means. It was good that Attila had no power of speech. Otherwise, he would have told the truth and lost the position of hero. Sometimes, situation makes someone hero which they do not deserve. The qualities that are being portrayed, actually the qualities are not possessed by the person. This happened here in the case of Attila. Let's see what is there in the next. Okay, let's do it. Why did family buy Attila? Now the question, as I always tell you, when the question is in past tense, you must write the answer in past tense. Okay, the family, so we will write the family, T capital, bought. Instead of buy, it should be bought. Past tense of buy is bought Attila to safeguard their house. Or you can take the answer direct from the book also. It's given on page number 54. The or rather I should write here, because the family you should write like this: the family bought Attila to prevent a series of house breaking and thefts in the neighborhood. A theft, only theft. Okay, the family bought Attila to protect house breakings and theft. That's it. Let's do the next. What was Attila attitude towards stranger? What was his attitude? Attila's attitude towards stranger was, from here, was very friendly and he was very affectionate. You can elongate the answer also. Attila's attitude towards stranger was very friendly. Or also you can write, add up, that he welcomed everyone with smile and affection, with affectionate smile. Full stop. The question begins with capital letter and ends on full stop. Now let's see, what was Attila's reaction when he saw Ranga stealing the valuables? How far was in accordance with Ranga's, how far was it in accordance with Ranga's expectation? So his what was his reaction? Attila's reaction, you can write directly from the page number 56. Attila, when reaction when he saw Ranga stealing the valuable was rather we should write like this. Attila didn't bark. We should write like this. Attila did not, past tense, did not bark at Ranga when he saw Ranga stealing the valuables. Instead, what did he do? Instead, he rolled his eyes and licked Ranga's hand. Now, how far it was not according to the just write it. Now, next question, how far was it accordance with Ranga's expectation? It was very far, of course. So, Ranga's expectation was that the dog would bark and he would be caught. It was not according to his expectation, of course. Why was Ranga fed up with Attila? Why he was fed up? Ranga was fed up with Attila because Ranga was, write down here, was. Ranga was fed up with Attila because it stands for Attila. It would not leave Ranga alone, even for a moment. So he was fed up. Okay, full stop. Now next is, how did the family members react Attila's disappearance? The family members, you can write like this, right here, take answer from this. The family members were, instead of this were, since this is plural, so we will use were. The family members were quite happy and relaxed. Of Attila's disappearance. Full stop. Attila ran after Ranga. Let's see what's the question is. Why did Attila run after Ranga? What did others conclude from this chase? Okay. Attila, now past tense, as it is said, Attila Attila, past tense, this run will turn into ran. Attila ran after Ranga to what? Because Attila didn't want to lose his company, so Attila ran after Ranga to be with him. To be with him. Or it did not want to lose his company or friendship. Company or friendship. But what other concluded? Full stop. You write from the other line. Others concluded, past tense, did. Concluded that Attila wanted the thief to be arrested. Caught or arrested. Okay? Or caught. Full stop. By this, from his cheese. So this question answer over. Let's see what is there. The family had high expectation from Attila, but he disappointed them every time by acting differently. Fill in the chart given below, highlighting the difference between what was expected of Attila and what he actually did. The first one has been done for you. Expectation of family was that, what was the expectation? That that the dog must be strong and aggressive, but Attila's actual behavior was gentle and friendly. Catch the flower thief, but he would receive the flower thief with smile, would receive everyone with smile, receive all with smile, and the thief, of course, all with smile. Scare away stranger, showed friendliness. Barked at the thief, did not bark at the thief. In fact, he supported him, did not bark. Chase and catch the thief Ranga. But here, what happened? He chased and caught Ranga, but what was Attila's actual thinking? That it did not want to lose this Ranga. So this was not according to the expectation of the family. Now see, is Attila really a hero? Give reason for your answer. No, definitely no. Attila is not a hero because Attila is not really a hero because it was just a misinterpretation of Attila's desire to stay with Ranga, and people thought what? That it wanted to catch the thief. So he was not a hero, of course. You can write in a different way also. There is no space. All and said and done, Attila was a bad watchdog. Do you agree? Of course, I agree, because all the you write down all the characteristics that we had just have discussed here. So all those characteristics doesn't make Attila a good watchdog. Now let's see what is there in the life skill. What is life skill? Life skill is very important aspect of one's character, because if you have a good life skill, you will be able to lead a good life. As a youngest son who always favored Attila, what would you do to help the family come out of the shock? Plan a strategy to bring back Attila and the jewelry stolen. This is the life skill, that how you would react to a particular situation and act as a responsible person. So, what will be your strategy to bring back Attila and the jewelry? Now, think and plan. Now, values. We should judge people by what they actually are, not by what they help to achieve. Discuss with reference to Attila. Now, what is this? Okay, so values. You know, when we in special reference to Attila, we judge people by what they actually are. We should always judge, because what is a person characteristic is must be considered, not like Attila. Attila didn't had any quality, anything that makes him hero, that made him hero, but it helped in achieving that target. Means he the intent, since Attila could not talk, it wanted to be with Ranga, and in order to be with Ranga, Ranga was caught with the jewelry. So in this order, it helped the family to trace the jewelry, to retrieve the jewelry. But actually Attila was not a hero. So we should always judge the people what they actually are, not by what they help in achieving. Like Attila helped in achieving in getting the jewelry back, but its characteristic was not up to the mark. So we should judge according to one's characteristic, what they actually are, what a person actually is. So Attila के reference में we have to talk. Now let's see what's the next. Imagine yourself to be a newspaper reporter who witnessed Attila blocking the way of Ranga and helping the police catch the thief. Write a newspaper report describing the brave act of Attila. Yes, you just do it in the notebook and we shall discuss it. Imagine yourself to be Attila. Write a letter to your friend showing, this will be when you are writing a letter to your friend, it is informal letter showing your displeasure over your friend's Ranga's imprisonment. Since Ranga is caught and you are Attila, so you are very unhappy that your friend has been caught. So you have to write a letter to your friend. This is it. So keep on revising, and if anything needs to be discussed, we will discuss. Okay, bye, take care, thank you, bye bye.